Okay, this is just going to be a quick video about how to take a more advanced base and just let it kind of run. This is a base that actually has a lot of tech done, a lot of buildings done, heroes, troops. Um, this is for trying to show how to make that run economically. So what I know I want to have happen is I want to be positive in my electricity. If you are negative in your electricity, you lose it, which means you have to use fuel to maintain it. And fuel and iron are the two things, well, and money are the three things that I want to be able to get out of my base. So if I can avoid spending fuel, then I can take that to my main, and it also means that I don't have to worry about logging in and keeping up with the power plants. So these guys are not needed. They can just hang out over here. As you see, I'm positive in my production versus consumption on electricity, which is nice. It means it's always going up. Um, Big things that I do to get there and kind of cheat the system is I don't use water for anything. There's nothing in this base that runs on water. I don't do the ration station because that's putting food and water into something and I got to maintain it and I worry. It's just don't even worry about it. I'm still getting pretty good production of the money without keeping up with it. And I can always just sell food or something if I needed money. I'm really just pulling it out passively. So having that where I don't have to keep up with the ration station is nice. Um, Here, those are the water buildings. You can see it says I have 500,000, but if I put this guy on there, now I jump up to 4.5 million and put that one there, and now I'm at 5.5 million. So those are hiding actually water if I need it for something, but I can take them off here and you can see it drops back down and now it's not using electricity for the storage. Food is something I'm not really big on for this specific base, so I've taken those guys off the road because again, that's just using electricity. So things that I'm not using, you can see none of them are on the road. The water's not on the road. Food's not on the road. I'm really just worried about the iron and fuel for this specific base. If you go and look at my heroes, they're getting plus 30% iron, plus 20, plus 20. They're all fuel and iron based. And that way, every time I send them out exploring, I'm getting pretty big hauls. So, you can see right here, I'm getting 0.15 million iron from one exploration. So doing that across all of these guys, it's giving me a lot of iron and fuel. So that's how I keep these things full. I do have troops in here. You can see there's a decent amount of troops, and I can send all these guys. They're all gathering iron, which helps. So that's good. And then as far as the fuel and troop consumption, you can see I have 0, which means everything I'm getting is full production. Now I have 2.5 million might, and that's a lot of troops. And the reason that it's so low is one, I'm a trader class, so that helps. And the other one is if you look at these cards, you actually also get a decrease right here. Just covered it up, but you can see your troop and fuel consumption, or your food and fuel consumption is also way down, and my money is way up. So by using these cards as they are, I can actually have a real army here and not have to kill all of my troops, and I'm still 0. I can actually get up pretty high. Like I'm not even trying to touch into these right now, and you can see I'm not burning any food. I'm not burning any fuel as part of my consumption. The other good part of that is the electricity. If you don't have any, then your production goes down. So by having, the food and the water off, I'm actually producing plenty of electricity, and it's all of that work is going directly into the iron and fuel and money. So this is how you can have a base. There's no maintenance to this. I don't have to keep up with the ration station. I don't have to keep up with electricity. This base just passively runs like this. I don't have to touch anything, and I have no consumption, and I'm getting big bonuses. And all I do is, once a day, I log in, I set all these guys to explore, and I hit a couple iron plots, and I'm making a crazy amount of iron here. So there's no upkeep to this at all, and it runs passively, and it's positive on every single element. And this is a great thing to do if you have a more developed base.